all the... I'm sure they appreciate the hounding at times, but every now and then, girls just want to have fun without all the pressure. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that straight people are not welcome at this club, because they do drag shows, and a lot of people go to watch the shows. A lot of men do come with their girls to watch the shows. I'm not talking about them. They've suffered enough. Whenever I have been there, I have never watched the shows. I'm not a big fan of drag shows. Most of them remind me of clowns, and just like Problem Child, I don't like clowns. As far as the club goes, I don't understand how a straight guy can get upset at being complimented by a guy when he knows that he is in a gay club. Now, I will admit, in the back of my mind, I felt like a dog returning to vomit. The selection of guys I had to choose from in Minneapolis pushed the thought to the forefront. I didn't know that I had come to the land of femme, weird, fat, bottom, and broke. My first lesson was with a Virgo that I met in November of 2019. This lame was a real piece of work. Actually, before him, I did meet a guy named T, but we just had sex one time. It wasn't nothing serious. Nothing came from that, and so I'm just being honest. But my first lesson was with a Virgo that I met in November of 2019. This lame was a real piece of work. He's the type that pretends to be all into his Jamaican heritage, but a total fake. I would try to tell him stuff about his own heritage, but he didn't care. It would go right over his head. He wears the dashikis and even got the hats to match. But I swear, it was like being with a white dude. I should have known better, because we would be chilling and I would notice his fingers and toes twitching. Man, I noticed the weirdest shit about people, but it's the Holy Spirit. I'm telling you, I just kept noticing the twitching, and I asked him what was wrong with him. I asked him, was he on drugs or did he do drugs? Of course he lied and said no, but I had this feeling that he did, and it just would not go away. Warning, my intuition is worse than Judge Judy. I am a human lie detector. This dude was the biggest liar I ever met. He was homeless and participated in very risky behavior. When we first met, he would have me drop him off at some apartments where he claimed his uncle lived. Later on, I would find out by going through his phone that he was actually doing meth and participating in orgies. He had this big ass knot on the side of his neck when we first met. I knew he had HIV and was not treating it for whatever reason. By this time, I had done my research on HIV. My intuition told me as well. I will go through hell for 2 years as a whole with this loser that I have zero respect for. Excuse me. I had been debating on if I wanted to share what my last message to the Virgo would have been. I say would have been because I had typed an email but never sent it. We were into it really bad through email because I had blocked him every other way. Now I'm warning you in advance that I go for the jugular vein in this email. I also need the people who think that they are going to come for me for whatever reason to see this as well, so that they might want to think twice. I have the saying, when a person argues with me, all I hear is Jakaris. That's what you are about to witness. I say I have receipts, and I do. I keep all my text threads, and I still have the videos that I took for evidence when I went through his phone. Have you ever met Inspector Gadget? It's me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's me. Love you, Taylor Swift. Baby, Judge Judy has nothing on me. I'm the real human lie detector. My last name is Savage, not Hasbro, and this ain't no PS5, baby. So go play with your mama and not me. I snapped in this email. I stuck my neck out for this dude. Got him a job that he didn't keep for him to play me the way he did. He burnt me, literally. Knew he was burning and still had sex with me. For that alone, he deserves this message you are about to read. I don't feel sorry for this bum that I will never be cool with again. Oh, this is the ex that earlier in my earlier videos I said my one friend, the Aquarius, was still talking to and being cool with, and they would talk, and she did tell me, like, he said that, if you was my best friend, since you my best, you should be, he would think you would be more involved with my kids, but because he like kids, and that's what he do. His dumb ass don't understand that everybody is different. I don't do the whole kid thing. I have no business interacting with somebody else's kids. I don't have any kids. I don't even have relationships with my nieces and nephews. So it's like, no, I'm not going to get your kids. No, I'm not going to watch your kids. No, I'm not going to. And she never asked me to. Like, just want to make that clear. She never asked me to, or, she never even made a fuss about it or anything like that. She just brought what he had said up. So this is in no way against her. She was just telling me what he said. And my whole thing was, well, why are you even still talking to him in the first place? Because you're supposed to be my friend. That's my ex, like, if the shoe was on the other foot, I'm sure you wouldn't like that I would be cool with your baby daddies or your exes, so give me the same type of respect, that I give to you. And so that was my only problem with her. It wasn't that I thought that she felt what he was saying. No, it was, why are you still even talking to him in the first place? You're supposed to be my friend. I wouldn't do that to you. So, and I was debating on whether I was going to read this or not. But you know what? I am. Okay, so this was the email that was never sent. Since we're getting everything off of our chest, because my last text message was solely about the bill only, let me share the real truth. And I know, and I keep receipts. I know I said I wouldn't read your text because in my mind, I knew that I would have to dog you. To be honest, I really didn't want it to end this way, but oh well. Then, as the day went by, I came to the conclusion that you should get to say your truth. But baby, you deserve my response that I have been waiting to give you for some time now. Because I knew this day would come. You love to bring up how you volunteered, like the simp-ass ninja that you are, to pay for my portion of the phone bill. I never even asked you to pay for nothing. I can't use a ninja that is volunteering to pay a phone bill while knowing he don't have to pay. Because I make more money than you anyway. Because he has been told that he don't have to pay multiple times, but yet he insisted. Gold star and a cookie for your slow ass. You know why you insisted on paying my portion of this bill the few times that you did, but that's okay. Since you want to stroll down memory lane, let's dance. Why did I always tell you that you didn't have to pay? Because I knew that one day you would try to throw it up in my face like you're trying to do now. But that's your fault, dum-dum. You seem bitter about the poor financial decision you made. Now, children, what did we learn? Hopefully you learned a valuable lesson. You can't buy love, loser, because that's exactly what you tried to do. Don't sit up and act like you had no alternative motive in regards to the reason you paid the phone bill in the first place. You said in the text message, so for you to say, tired of the same shit every month, is not even valid nor fair. My response to what you said, oh, Jew, it's very fair because I said that in regards to when I said when I have to hound you for a phone bill that you know is due at the beginning of the month for the past 23 months. You are the one that is turning this conversation into everything else. But hey, I'm game, so let's review what you said in your text message to me. I broke your text message down into portions for me to respond to. You said, and even cut me off briefly for the duration of that time. Me, yes, I did cut your phone off due to your lack of communication regarding the payment, but it was restored within a few hours. You are trying to exaggerate what happened and make it seem as if your phone was off for days. You are pathetic and very foolish. You know, reading comprehension skills are important, and you should brush up on yours. Jude, my message to you a month ago was about the way you communicate in regards to our phone bill. Once again, you are the one making this about everything else because you know you don't have a leg to stand on. So you are desperately reaching, but it's who you are. I expect nothing less. You said, however, I will not just let you say that I was on bullshit regarding the account all 24 months. You bogus for that. You also said, for you to say I do this on purpose is whack. I already apologized for it, and I have always paid my portions. Yes, I could and should have hit you up regarding if anything would be late or not on time. In parentheses, I put, keep this in mind, you. However, John, you are carrying on with this as if I'm avoiding paying you at all. Me, I never said that you was on bullshit for the whole 24 months. Nor did I say anything like that. I never said that you didn't pay me. The only thing I said in regards to 23 months is the fact that you know that the bill is due at the beginning of the month. This is why I keep receipts for bum ninjas like you trying to make up shit because they wait a whole fucking month to respond. Slow ass. Here's what I said. When I have to hound you for a phone bill that you know is due at the beginning of the month for the past 23 months. And for the past few months, Jew, I have had to hound you. That's why you even said, yes, I could and should have hit you up regarding if anything would be late or not on time. The reason why I said keep this in mind, Jew, is because, believe it or not, this is the whole reason why I'm mad at you and you kept doing this. You act like we have not had this conversation before. You act like this is your first time apologizing for this. I have proof we went through this in November and December. After a few times, how can a person not think you doing this on purpose? After a few times, your apologies mean nothing. I said nothing but the truth. Nowhere in the text did I ever say you didn't pay me. I'm sure they whack, bogus ass attempt to switch the narrative, making it seem as if I said things I did not say. That is your weak, whack, bogus ass attempt to switch the narrative, making it seem as if I said things I did not say. You are a retarded ass loser for that. It's not my fault that you are slow and that you can't comprehend. I find it funny how you always leave out that part where you volunteered to pay for a phone bill. Why? Because you thought that it would bring us back together, or you felt bad for bringing me a disease. Yeah, Ninja, don't forget how you burnt me. You knew you was burning and still had sex with me anyway because you're a desperate, whack-ass, bogus ninja. You did care about me blocking you on social media because you like to watch me. It's the Jamaican in you. I didn't mind you watching me, but you left out why I blocked you in the first place. But that's what you do. Leave out facts to create another narrative like someone did you wrong. Like I said in the text a month ago. But you can sit up and watch my Instagram stories knowing I text you and that you haven't responded. Is why you got blocked. I'm reaching out to you about business. You were ignoring me, but at the same time, you're watching my stories on Instagram, clown. Weirdo much. I can't believe you tried that lie. That's why you brought it up. You don't expect me to believe that. I mean, you did take my underwear. Don't forget who you're talking to. Speaking of diseases, don't forget who your weak, tired, fat ass cried to and who comforted you when the doctor revealed that you had them 3 letters. I was your only friend then. Like you always say, I could have kicked you when you was down, but I did not. But why do you even say that? Because you know you have treated me foul and that I have been good to you. Now, I'm not perfect, but I have done way more for you than you could ever do for me, clown. All of you ninjas have done me like this. Do the most foul shit and want to make it seem like I am the villain. Like I said, I've been way better to you than you have to me. Even after you brought another dude into my home when we was friends. But you the perfect friend though, right? Ninja, please get your whack laid ass out of here. The reason why you don't want to go down that rabbit hole is because you would be the one to come out like the dirty clown ass ninja that you are. Well, guess what, Alice? Welcome to Wonderland, bitch, because we already here. You said, I have tried to reach out to you, whether it be a text, meme, video, or images content on various social media platforms, and you don't respond to me ever, if at all. This is not true, and I always loved or liked your comments / messages on Facebook / Instagram. At times when I can't reach you by phone, you know I have used Facebook Messenger, Instagram. I have even hit you up on Jack and Grindr. But hey, it don't matter. I was just keeping this thing afloat long enough for you to finish paying off the bill. That should tell you a lot on what I really think of you. You said you can hit me up about inquiring about a guy you never seen before, to then turn around and not even respond with at least an emoji reaction. Jew, I have receipts that show you ask me about dudes too. Just scroll up in our text messages. In fact, you hit me up last in December asking about a dude. You asked me about one on November 17th too. The same shit you accusing me of, I can say about you. But what makes you worse is when it's time to pay the bill, you get ghosts. You stop communicating. You know you don't be having the money. I have to remind you, or more like hound you, like I said. That's why I added lame to Jew and started calling you Jew lame, because you always saying lame shit. You are desperately seeking to have a leg to stand on, but you don't have nothing to stand on, clown. You said, so I just decided to fall back and be smooth off of you. It's inevitable that if you weren't snapping off on me about this bill, I'm sure it would be something else. Jew, you contradict yourself. How you falling back but was just telling me I'll get it. I'm gonna start just telling you what's going on with me no matter what. It's a fucked up oxymoron if I'm calling you my close friend and you don't know what's going on. If this dude following you, block him. This was what you said in a text on December 4th. So all of a sudden you tired of my energy and you decided to fall back. But just 2 months ago, I was your close friend. You are so fake, loser ass. You was never a close friend to me. You only saying this shit now because I said it to you. But for me, this is not a tit for tat. I snap on you because you like it. You like to get me in that mood because you are desperate to get my attention. And you act like a little ass child. You acting like the white folk that raised you. Now after you said that fake bullshit, I seen right through. I said in the text back to you, what do you mean you'll get it? I thought you already had it. You told me you was going to send it last week. First of all, I caught you in a lie because you did tell me on the phone that you had the money, but you really didn't. You lie so much that you can't keep up with your lies, but that's my minor point. I then sent you another text. The reason why the text comes off a bit rude and careless is because I had just caught you in a lie, and by this time I was tired of you. I was tired of keeping up the whole charade of us being friends when I really can't stand your whack clown ass because of all the BS you put me through. I regret ever meeting you. If you see me, don't speak, don't even look my way because you don't exist to me. I sent this text in response. And you keep saying you're going to tell me what's going on. We've been down this road before, but in the end, you don't. So I'm tired of hearing all of that. I don't care. I'm just trying to find out if I have to pay your portion to keep our phone on or not. You dancing around the subject and you starting to irritate me. You should have been sent the money like you said you would. So what's up? This is why I love receipts. The text message of a person that's tired of the other person's energy. This is the text of someone who is fed up, tired of your lies and excuses. This is me being all the way real with you. Jude, the only reason why me and you stayed in contact with each other is because I wanted to make sure you wouldn't skip out on paying me like you did your so-called friend that you still owe $5,000 to for a trip that you took to South Africa. If we didn't have that phone together, I would have been got rid of you. Somehow, I think you have always known this too, because you even said it before. If we didn't have that phone together, you wouldn't even be around to be jealous of my hot boy summer. And you got the wrong gear, fool. Starting to think you back getting high off crack. Aren't you still trying to get to the East Coast? This last text just made me realize how jealous of my life you are. You even want to rock the same label of clothing as me. I'm Diana Ross and you are the Supremes. Don't forget that. I will never be friends with someone like you because your behavior is beneath me. You talk about act our grown ass age. Bitch, you just now getting an apartment that I inspired you to get. You even admit to learning how to manage a household because of me. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have even gotten your rent paid by that rent program that I told you about. So I do act my age. You stay with me, remember? You was using my Netflix, my Hulu, my Castcom services, in which you didn't pay me a dime. Even though you said you would throw me a few dollars, but you never did. Clown. So the fact that you keep talking about a phone bill that you volunteered to pay is blowing me. You have to be at least 18 to get an apartment, but you didn't have one when we met. So who is just now acting their age? You, ninja. Fuck out of here. I didn't even know choreographers could be fat and retarded. You are the one that used to get slutted out by fat white men who you did drugs with. Wait, didn't you call him your uncle? Learn how to communicate like an adult and stop trying to put your bullshit on me. I don't care about you or you sharing shit about your whack ass life with me. Jew, you have no gifts. Your dancing is whack. Your choreography is outdated. You're lazy. You're fat. You won't take technique classes or work out to improve your whack ass dancing. That's why I would never watch the videos you were seeing, because I know those girls were whack because their teacher is a late, tired ass, fat ass wannabe choreographer. You talk as if you invited me over on multiple occasions. You lied and said I only came over twice. I can show proof that I have come to your house multiple times to pick you up and take you to the laundromat, or to take you to work all the way in Savage. What about the times I came over to take you somewhere and you didn't answer the door or phone? It's a two-way street. I have to be invited. You would say you was going to invite me over for dinner, but it never happened. I'm not about to beg to come chill with you. You was the one that said your apartment wasn't furnished. You didn't want me to see it yet. Then you had that boy stand there with you, and when I would try to come see you, you acted weird because he was there. Keep in mind, you ain't had an apartment that long, dude. Chill. Oh, and let's not forget how I came to see you at that first apartment that you got scammed on by your so-called friend. Honestly, after I realized you were that dumb to get scammed at the first apartment, I thought your current situation would end up the same way. I truly am happy to see you get your own place and maintain it. That's real. It's definitely a better place than where I found you, the streets. I hope you can keep your place, but if you lost it, I wouldn't be surprised either. I wouldn't even be surprised if I heard that you was back on crack or whatever you smoked. I lost faith in you a very long time ago. You are a horrible friend. Don't forget I read those text messages in your phone. Didn't you used to get together with your friends and have orgies and do crack or meth? Unlike you, I have never been asked to leave a friend's house like you have been asked twice, by the Lesbos and by Alex. I was the best friend you never had. You know what a black gay pride is because of me. I encourage you to speak your mind, so why would I feel any way about you finally telling me how you feel? You're just too late for me to care. So while you're growing a pair, make sure you grow some brains too. Don't forget who paved the way for you. You said, trying to show you something new around here after 5 years so you can get off GPS. I know I sucked as a boyfriend, but I damn well know I stepped up and represented as a friend, encouraging your introverted self to do Uber and Lyft. If I want to use a GPS to go across the street, that's my prerogative. Why don't you act our grown-ass age and get you a car so you can show yourself around? Yes, you more than sucked as a boyfriend, and you did not step up as a friend. You can't show me nothing new because I didn't want to experience new things with you, especially after our Houston trip. I'm not going to say you didn't suggest Uber/Lyft, but you did not influence me to do Uber/Lyft. My cousin Timberly encouraged me to do Uber/Lyft. People have been trying to get me to do Uber/Lyft way before I even met you. You talking about my hot boy summer, but who was in the backseat having oral sex? You tired of my energy and you started to fall back on me, but you was just asking me about another boys trip to DC this time. You make no sense, and you never connected me with any sources for my book. That's a lie. Seriously starting to think you are back using. You said, and who of your friends praises your gifts besides when you cook for them? You also said, I peep how you talk about your other friends, and I seen with my very own eyes how you dissolve of your friendships. You don't peep shit with your you don't peep shit with your bitch ass. And stop contacting my friends, because I will be sure to show both of my friends your text messages. You are weird as fuck. You don't see me contacting Alex or Mike. My friends are not your friends, and you know that. My friends do way more than praise me for my cooking, and you know this. Unlike you, I pay my portion when I went on trips with my friends, just like I paid my portion when we went to Houston. You still owe friends money. I think you're just jealous because I have solid friends and you don't. But you are one to talk. You talked about your friend Mike to me, as well as the Lesbos in St. Paul. In fact, you fell out with all three of them because of gossip, but you want to bring up my friends that I'm still friends with. Shaking my head. Wasn't you down at Alex to me all while you stayed with her? You also did this to the Lesbos in St. Paul too. Like I said, you are no real friend to nobody. I heard from people how you would try to steal dance gigs. I know about the prostitution to get paid gigs too. You are a cheap, fat, dirty whore that still stinks after they get out the shower. Having sex with you was awful because you always would stink. You think you look hot in them pictures of you with jock straps and socks, but to me, you look just like a bloated ass silverback gorilla. You trying to really compare yourself to my friends, boy, you can never. Only friendship you seen dissolve was already dissolved with D, who you admitted to being afraid of. That's when I knew you was soft. Our friendship was already dissolved, but you two bitches doing crack or meth together.